so I can read along as we go.
I'd like to welcome everybody
I think it's Senaptec, is that right? Senaptec Cognitive Training. Our two presenters today, Dr. Jared Davis and Dr. Robin Cecil, have put together a program for us. And I'm going to hand it over to them, let them go through the program, and we can have questions afterwards, and I'll pipe back in at the end. Robin, you guys ready?
Yep, Jared, I'm going to have Jared start.
Okay, this is me. So we have a great opportunity to provide athletes that are working at home with a software from this company called Senaptec. Senaptec has been around for several years. They're kind of a break off of what used to be a Nike-based company, but they work in vision performance and sensory performance. So their whole idea is that athletics has a lot to do with cognitive and visual performance. So they have generously offered the software free of charge to all the athletes until April 30th. And so that's what we're going to go over today, is that program. So this is just a little bit about me. I am an optometrist that specializes in sports performance and vision performance. These are a few pictures of me a couple weeks ago working with the Cleveland Indians at spring training, right before spring training got canceled. So the picture on the right is the Senaptec Sensory Station. We were doing some testing, and the one on the left is Fit Lights, which we're hopeful we can also incorporate to some of your practices later on. So the idea of this home software, obviously nothing replaces going out and playing and trying to get better on the field, but we're trying to do as much as we can at home. So this software works on field awareness, reaction time, and decision making in a home-based format. It is kind of like a video game-based format, but they're all visual skills that apply directly to performance on field. So we would like everyone to get on this software 3 to 5 days a week. It takes about 10 minutes at a time. And the idea is if you do it consistently, it will change your performance on field. It allows you to, like we say, increase your reaction time, improve your field awareness, and just improve your decision making. So there's two parts to this software. There is an app called the Senaptec Sensory Training app. And it is only functional on a tablet. So you have to have a tablet. And then there's a remote training app that I'll show you as well that the remote works with the tablet. It allows you to do remote control of the tablet while you're doing the software. So this is the Senaptec Sensory Training app. Each of you will get a unique user ID that you log in with and a 4-digit code that is a license code that you log in with as well. We're going to log into my son's code here. Don't log into his, log into your own, please. And you'll come up with a screen that looks like this. It's going to have 5 different modules in it. All the modules are on the right side of the screen here. And you can go through them one by one. If you just click Begin Training on the lower left here, each of these 5 modules will play. The first module we put you in to do is called the Go, No Go. So it is a decision-making and reaction time module. You're basically going to touch targets on the screen before they disappear, but try not to touch the red targets. It goes faster than you think. So if we start it here, you'll see the yellow targets there you touch. Those are the go targets. The reds are the no-go. Sometimes there will be multiple targets on the screen, and you're just going to touch the ones that are yellow. And you can hear a little sound if you get it touched. And if you miss one, you won't. So it's reaction time and decision making. That's the first module. The second module is called Dynamic Vision. Dynamic Vision is about peripheral awareness, or being able to see the whole field at once. Being able to recognize when you're looking at the person with the ball, what all the other people on the field are doing. So this one, you'll see a target flash on the screen, it'll go down to one corner of the screen and it'll do an arrow. You swipe the direction of that arrow. It does give you instructions in the app for all of these activities. And as you go, it's going to get faster and faster. That arrow will flash faster and faster. You have to realize that everyone's getting the same modules, but the better your performance is, the harder it's going to get. And that's dynamic vision. The third module is perception training. Again, it's a peripheral awareness activity, or being able to see everything at once. You'll see a target in the center, like this C in the center, and a bunch of targets will spread out from that center target. Your goal is to select the one that's exactly like the center target. So you'll see here, that time it used a color. And you're just selecting the one that's like the center target. And you can see how quickly it flashes. And then if you get it wrong, you get a wrong symbol. So that's the third module. The fourth module is really fun. It's a multiple object tracking moving targets all over the screen. You're going to put your finger on the target, and there will be these white dots that are moving around the screen that you try to avoid. There will also be red dots that actually try to follow you around the screen. So I'll put my finger in this little green dot. It does a countdown. And I already made a mistake. So you're just going to avoid the white dots on the screen, trying to track where all those dots are. As you get better at it, then the red dots will appear. So we should see red dots appear in here. And you can see that red dot's following my target now, making it much harder to avoid. And if you go long enough, you'll see 2 or 3 red targets as well. The last module requires the phone app, which is again called the sensory remote or Senaptec remote training. You connect it via Bluetooth, so your Bluetooth has to be on. Unfortunately, it doesn't work in the Google Meet software, so we can't show it, but you will have targets on the screen that look like these targets here. There will be 2 that are the same. For instance, the 2 C's are the same in this target. And so you'll swipe to the right because the opening of the C is at the right side. It'll either be C's or E's each time, so you always have openings to swipe towards. If you get it right on the tablet screen, then it'll appear on the phone. The idea is to have the tablet about 10 feet away and the phone just holding in your hand. And you're going back and forth making answers on the tablet, then on the phone screen. All the responses will be swipes on the phone, but it'll be a near-far shift going back and forth. And it'll become more self-explanatory when you actually use the software. So again, 5 different modules. The idea is to do each of them every day, at least 3 to 5 days a week. Our hope is that you'll do it 5 days a week.
So if I can say something here. So, you know, with soccer, a lot of it's based on foot skills. We get that. But the brain still works. So right now, Fit Light, which is a tool that he has in his office, also is something that you can use with foot skills and dribbling and things like that. In this component, we're looking at just cognitive. And so being able to do it with your eyes and hands is going to correlate to your feet just because it's a response time. But it will make a difference. But again, it's the consistency. And so this is what we're going to talk a little bit about here in a second. Implementation email will be sent to everybody. And I think Patrick or Dennis is going to send that out, right, Patrick? And the fun thing about this is we are going to do a competition. So the competition is going to start on Monday, this Monday. So you'll have this weekend to get everybody up and board. And I know it's crazy right now and you're having to become educators at the same time. I'm doing the same, and it's kind of rough, but if you're interested in doing this, you'll start Monday, get everything up and running. There's going to be 5 modules, like he showed, 10 minutes a day. And so if you do it 20, anyone who does it 20 days total during the month of April will win a prize. And we'll send this PowerPoint presentation over to you so that you can see it, but it'll be a Senaptec strobe. And they cost $299, and it goes into this program. And the Senaptec strobe, I was over there trying it with Dr. Davies. I'm going to have him explain it.
So it's basically a pair of glasses that blanks your vision in and out, kind of like a strobe light. So it allows you to see some visual information, but not all visual information. And you can vary the rate that that strobe effect happens. So if you practice passing skills or ball handling skills with the strobes on, it limits the amount of visual information, thus increasing your ability to judge the trajectory of the ball and react to the ball. So the idea is that it will increase your reaction time on field. And it's something that basically one of the only things that we can do with on-field skills to practice and increase that reaction time.
And it's fun. I went and tried it, and I enjoyed it quite a lot. And so the other thing Patrick said, I think, so you'll be entered into a drawing, whoever does those 20 days, and we can track that on our end. And whoever wins that drawing will get those strobes. Also, Patrick, you were going to offer.
Yeah, we're gonna add 2 game balls into the prizes as well. So we'll have games available, 2 game balls available to whoever wins in the drawing, or comes second and third in the drawing, I should say.